Hi everyone, this is Rachel Chamness at Sound Waves Heal. This is the Big Atlantis water clearing. This is all about clearing the fall of Atlantis, problems that we are sort of mirroring in this world, either mirroring our feelings from Atlantis in the past or being triggered by the mirror that our whole earth is kind of bringing back all these feelings in general for everyone. It's kind of in the consciousness, and sometimes even just it being in the consciousness can really affect us. So in this way we clear it for ourselves, and the more people that we can get to clear this from themselves, the more that the earth will be healed as we, the light workers, heal ourselves. So I don't want to talk too much, but I'm going to begin. I'm going to pause now and start all the things that I start in the beginning of the session, setting up the altar, bringing in all helpers, which I probably will come back on and say that, but mainly starting my Reiki symbols and activations for making this available to work when people listen to it later, which I do with Reiki. Okay, so hold on, I'll be right back. I am doing this exactly how I do my regular sessions. So I've set up a crystal grid to work as a proxy for your body, and I have pulled some cards to begin with to add to our healing, which is Diana Cooper Atlantis cards. I pulled 4. So now we're just going to call in all of our guides and helpers as we start with a big group clearing, and you can always come back and listen to this if you need a clearing another time. So we call in Archangel Michael in the south with his flaming sword of truth and a sapphire blue light. You can now imagine that sapphire blue light coming into your auric field and into your body as it clears out anything that shouldn't be there. We ask him to remove all attachments, stories, anything else that is in our energy field. We ask him to use his flaming blue sword to cut all cords or hooks, release all attachments, stories, implants, beacons, anything else in our energy or auric field that doesn't belong there. And we thank him. Then we call in the north, Uriel. Call in Uriel in the earth, in the north. I'm saying that again because I'm distracted by all the sounds outside my window, usually very quiet. Okay, so we're bringing in this golden ruby light coming in, our connection with nature, with animals, with earth. We call in all spirit guides, all earthly helpers, the elementals especially, calling all spirit animals and totems, calling in peace and nature, calling in connection by unplugging us from 3D matrix and plugging us deeply into the 5D crystalline grid of Gaia. Now we call in the east Archangel Raphael. With him we bring my helper and spirit guide and partner guide, Archangel Ariel. Raphael's light is emerald green. He brings that in now into your auric field, and Ariel's is a light green. Bring hers in as well. This is all for healing. So we ask that anything in our auric field or body, anywhere within our field, that anything that keeps us from receiving the highest version of this healing be removed now. And so it is. Then we're going to call in Archangel Gabriel in the west, bringing in water. Bring in water beings and helpers. Bring in the diamond light crystalline dragons. And bringing all this into your energy field, the water, the diamond light, and the crystalline fire of these dragons, clearing every chakra deeply, even though I will go through them myself. Clearing, clearing, clearing. Then we call in the other light beings in the horizontal plane, for we only work with beings of the light. We call them all in now, especially ancestors, spirit teams, spirit totems, any other kinds of beings who'd like to come in now. Our Atlantean selves, our past life connections of the highest light, our soul lineage of helpers of the light. They are all of the light, but just reminding you that. So our soul lineage is all those coming in from our higher self that we are connected to. And now that that is done, we call in the vertical plane, calling in Sandalphon, Gaia, Shekinah from below. Bring in Sandalphon's silvery light and seven-pointed star, bringing it up to the heart, anchoring it there, and calling above Archangel Archangel Metatron and his golden light from the central sun and his orange light and his ascension grid, and bringing that down, anchoring into the heart, this gold and silver light, and the Merkaba and the seven-pointed star all coming together to form a beautiful auric shield. So we push these colors back out to our auric field to strengthen it and bring healing. I'm going to play a 528 flute. Now we will begin this first part. We're going to go into the auric field and we release anything in this auric field that shouldn't be there, any hidden or seen or unseen entities, anything of lower vibrations. Now we're taken from the auric field. It is with love sent to be transmuted with the angels. That is done now. It is done. Now, any psychic implants in the auric field, any psychic beacons, which are another type of implants, any types of implants in general are now gently removed from the body. They are deleted. And now we pull in the light of Gabriel, this diamond white light, to gently fill any spaces where things were removed. And that was my pendulum. That is Gabriel reminding me to drink water, and so I guess reminding you as well. Okay. All right, and this is now clear. Starting in 3D chakra, starting at the root chakra. Clearing in the root chakra. Here we're checking for any fear. Any fear of... There's many layers of fear that we're clearing in this water clearing. But here we want to clear any past lives that aren't Atlantean, but are contributing. So here we bring forth, we're bringing forth 4 types of past lives. Since this is a group healing, it'll be a little more general, but maybe you'll get some information as I talk. You may see or feel things. Okay, the first one is any water-based drowning or flooding, or it's something that caused a death in a past life that was not Atlantis, so we remove that. And so it is. Then we're going to the next one. This one is interesting. This is fire. What? Okay, well, you never know. A fire, dying in a fire in a past life, bringing fear of that in, somehow related to this water clearing or needing to be cleared. So we clear that now. From everyone involved in this healing. Very good. And the next one. Okay, here we go. Earth. I guess that's what we're doing. All right, so clearing any earth past lives to do with natural disasters. Oh, because this is clearing all natural disasters or disasters to do with the 4 elements. Okay, so we clear all the ones to do with earth. They're showing me all kinds of sand. Like, I see these sand past lives in a lot of people. Must be some sandy planets that we all spent time on. And so whatever's coming up here is like earthquakes or sandstorms, whatever, anything that's related to earth. Alright, that's done. So obviously this one must be air. They say this one is air and spirit. Anything in the air that caused us to have an unnatural death. Meaning like not at the end of your life, but you know. A lot of dragon energy coming through. All right, and so the root chakra is clear, and we'll work on the Atlantis one in a bit. We're going to the the sacral chakra. Bringing forth any kind of sexual trauma to be transformed here. For deeper sexual trauma release, I recommend the inner child healing. But here we go. See a lot of mermaids coming through, a lot of water energy here to clear that sacral chakra. So it is. Going to the solar chakra. Seeing fairy mermaids. Oh, I don't get to see them that often. They're little mermaids that are fairies. Wings and everything. They're beautiful. Clearing the solar chakra, connecting you to fairy mermaids. Okay, so a little attunement in here for a fairy mermaid. Hallelujah. And a number attunement. So using light language numbers. 529. Say 529 again. And 423. Say 423. Now we're on the heart chakra. Clearing any fear that keeps us from loving. Then the high heart chakra, which is all about love for yourself. Perhaps the hardest love of all. See Lady Nadia stepping forth, the river nymph, to lend her help there. Throat chakra. Communication. Third eye chakra. Removing all blocks from opening our clairs. Hearing our spirit guides. Ear chakras for clairaudience. Opening your clairaudience. Removing any resistance from opening clairaudience. Alright, now clearing the clairaudience centers. And clearing the pineal gland from its daily onslaught. I have a free pineal gland clearing on my blog and YouTube channel if you want to go deeper on that. Clearing the 6th dimensional Alta Major chakra in the back. I'm disengaging it from the 3D and instead bringing it up to the 5th dimensional chakra of time transcendence and connecting it there. Very good. Now I'm on your crown chakra. Now bringing it all down to the Earth Star. But first I'm going to clear any other 3D chakras that weren't mentioned or that you may have extra. Head and feet. Now down to the Earth Star chakra. We were all there in Atlantis. They want us to know that Atlantis needs to have its own part of the Earth Star chakra. It needs to have its place there. We were all there, and now that we're here, we can't deny our Atlantean selves. We must integrate it. Okay. Soul Star chakra. Now we're going to do the more 5D chakras above the head this time. Clearing the Soul Star chakra where you hold your soul. And then clearing the causal chakra. See a lot of dragon energy there. Male and female balance of goddess and god energy source energy, masculine, feminine of the highest light, not toxic, but divine. Then going to your time transcendence chakra, clearing that up, asking the angels to now clear any personal rips or distortions of this time transcendence astral travel chakra, and to upgrade it with the Alta Major chakra now, bringing that up to 90. Okay. And then we'll get to this, the Ascension chakra, Stellar Gateway with Metatron. Sometimes hard to channel and talk at the same time. Ooh, good. And above that, if you have any chakras that are ready to be opened above that, 6-dimensional, 9-dimensional, 8-dimensional, possibly a 13th, possibly an 11th. If you're ready, we will open them now. Okay, now I want to bring forth any clearing that is needed for the fear of swimming, fear of the water, fear of the ocean, for yourself or for children or for other people that you may have. Bringing that forward, that is to now clear the fall of Atlantis from you completely. Your fear, your shame, your guilt. Perhaps you feel you were responsible. Perhaps you were part of the responsibility of this, and if so, that's how it was supposed to be. And so let's bring that forward now to be cleared. Oh, whether you saw it sink from far, whether you got out or you didn't, whether you saw other people die horrifically, whether you watched from the other side and felt guilty that you weren't there, which would have been a human emotion. And then you might have felt shame for feeling that human emotion when you were on the other side. They're just telling me this. It doesn't make sense to me, but it must have something to do with truth if they're telling me to tell you. They being light beings of the light. So we clear that now. If sound healing ever feels uncomfortable, discordant to you, just hold with it. It's clearing something. It should feel better in a minute. Okay, and that is done. All right, now we want to really look at that shame and guilt for making bad choices. It's really time to unplug from this programming of the 3D world. Shame and guilt for bad choices is one of them. The swirling anxious mind that connects to that, like you may feeling like you made this bad choice and now you're swimming in it. To use a water analogy, we're going to clear that now. We're bringing that forward, bring them forward, bringing all vows, agreements, soul contracts, all things in every plane of existence, in every incarnation, where we feel this shame, where we are programmed. In any incarnation that we were programmed, not just this one, but to feel these feelings, to feel this responsibility weight, instead of understanding that the path is a path that goes in both directions. And it is part of the human experience and expected. So we release that shame and that guilt. We release that anxious mind. Very good. That felt significant. So if you're having trouble making choices because of this, we know that's an aspect we want to look at too. Choices. The inability to make a choice because you're afraid to make the wrong one, we also would like to have that cleared. Archangel Azrael steps forward to clear that. Thank you very much, Archangel Azrael. Okay. Stepping into and accessing your personal power, we would like to remove all resistance to stepping into and accessing your personal power, including the power that you had in Atlantis, which you may have had some guilt for. This is a power that we're supposed to be plugging into now, where we are in ascension. And so we're calling that forward, and I'm releasing the resistance. And for myself too, I put myself and my family in this as well. Good. All right, I've pulled these 4 cards, and let's see what they're about. They also asked me to pull a card from Angela Hartfield's Whispers of Healing. This is a great healing deck that I use in every session. So we're going to pull 2 cards from this of what needs to be healed. We have respect and sincere relationships. That's very interesting. Let's start there. We're going to start with the respect card. This is about pushback to authoritative figures, because we've had such toxic authoritative figures in this world and also in Atlantis. So we're going to clear that with this in mind, that we can use our discernment of what's good and what's bad, and so that we can use our discernment, which is very good, instead of just kicking back to authority, because we've had such bad examples of it. So here we go. And then we bring in respect for ourselves, for our higher selves, for all the beings in our soul lineage, all the beings who are your spirit guides and your helpers. Respect for yourself. This respect is a way of, actually, they're telling me it's a way of deeper discernment. Being able to be like, this is good and this is bad. And you don't have to second guess yourself like, is this good? Is this bad? Why do I feel like it's bad? There's no evidence of it, so it must be good. No, we're going to believe ourselves here. We're going to know that we have discernment. Now we're working on sincere relationships. It's the same thing. It's kind of 2 of the same coin. They're showing that we use our discernment. They're asking me to remove any resistance to opening your heart to another, so that you can have deep and ascended relationships with people, especially other light workers and others on the 5D track, on the ascension track. We need these. We need to remove these walls that we have, especially in older generations like mine, the Gen X, but for anyone, because this world's hard, and sometimes we make vows, agreements, we say things because we don't want to be hurt again. We're going to use our discernment this time, and we'll be right. And we can have sincere, deep relationships with others and risk ourselves with that, mainly because we're betting on the winning horse. We now have great discernment. Most beautiful beings are coming forth for me to channel their healing in this, and it's so pretty. I wish you could see them. I wish I could draw them for you. This is a beautiful sort of goddess-like being. Okay, so we're done with that. Now we're going to work with this. Love of animals is the first card. Your guidance is to connect with an animal today. Okay, so learn from animals and practice harmlessness. So I did bring in animal spirits and animal totems. Well, now we bring them in closer and ask them to impart their gifts and knowledge unto us, help us understand how they help in this world. Many of them are galactical beings as animals, especially pets. There is a message lately about pets leaving. In my tag group, we have wonderful Maggie Wolf, and she talks a lot about how Many animal helpers are now leaving the planet, making way for new ones who are coming to help in this transition to ascension. We thank our animal helpers for coming, and as hard as it is to let them go, we thank them and bless them for being in our lives and know that this is part of their plan, even though it's hard. We ask for realization to understand what they've come to help us with. Know that if their mission is complete, it's time for a new helper. And we thank them deeply. Maybe I'll pull a card from it. They're called Medicine Cards by Jamie Sims and David Carson. And these cards themselves can teach you quite a lot. They come with a book. These are about animal totems. So I'm going to pull an animal totem card now for the group. And I'm going to pause for a moment. Interestingly, we get the buffalo and the armadillo. So asking for them to come forward and bless us with their knowledge and help. Armadillo says they were in Atlantean times. Well, buffalo does not. It says they're not in it. We're not in Atlantis, but they lend us their great spirit. Okay. Then the next one is relaxation. Your guidance is to let go and relax, for busyness and stress block your divine essence. Breathe deeply so that the cells of your body can release your full divine potential. We clear all busyness from us, overworking, stress, cortisol, stress in the body. All of this we release now, thank you. Creative expression is the next one. Your guidance is to do or make something creative. Channel your divine energy into the unique, beautiful, harmonious, and original. Okay, so I've pulled these to see what else needs to be healed. Healing any blocks to creative expression and relaxation. All right, the next card is nature. They're saying to connect everyone deeper into this 3D earth. We need to remember that this 3D earth itself, the nature of it, is a beautiful thing. That's not the matrix. That's different. We can be connected to the 3D earth. We can be even listening and experiencing a Schumann resonance as much as it's changing is still helpful to us as we also come into our 5D senses, come into the 5D earth. And so there is that dichotomy. We're not talking about the matrix, for 3D nature was never the matrix. But this is very interesting to me, they're telling me this. I mean, I'm hearing it as I'm channeling it, I guess. So the walking on earth, being in nature, always being the answer, because that is another way we do get to the 5D. So, releasing all blocks. Nature, relaxation, creative expression, animals, respect and sincere relationships. Bringing in the buffalo, the armadillo, bringing in their healing energy. All right, now we want to bring in many things. We're going to bring in a water clearing with Archangel Gabriel and his diamond light dragons. Now we did that a little bit in the beginning. We're doing a deeper one now. Imagine this diamond light coming in and creating a diamond, the diamond light grid in your heart center, your heart chakra. So they're showing me now. If you have done this before, then really think about it. Having a depth. It's not 2D. It's not flat. It's coming out in every direction in many ways. No, that doesn't need to make sense. Hatsu. I'm going to bring a message from Archangel Gabriel. We ask you now not to bring in this busy energy of the past. There is a hard line here. You are halfway to ascension. It is time now to release this overworking. Trust in the universe, even in the midst of this Great Depression, that you will be taken care of, that you can do less and bring in more, that you can be abundant. And it does not need to come from the work that you are doing. This is a great message that you must deeply understand. I place it now with light codes in your heart so that you will understand it and learn to live it. Now I see the crystal dragons. They're coming forward, and with their crystal breath, creating this crystalline diamond all around you. That's beautiful. So I've gotten that message many times. I've been trying to do that. And that's what he's saying it to me and to you. How will you do it? You'll just have to find the way. It can happen for all of us. Okay, connection to divine love energy. So I see those who always come forward for this. Our Lady, known as Mary Magdalene in her human form. Also part of Isis. Our Lady was in the Avalon Temple beyond the veil in Atlantis. This Avalon Temple was a temple of Isis, and many of us were there. Everyone in TAG group, my membership group, and likely you too, I'm asking. Yes, you too. If you're here on this, then you too. I talk a lot about this in anything Avalon on my YouTube channel and blog. Connecting you now with her divine love energy. Also bringing forth Isis, who is the higher self of Our Lady. Also are part of the Mother God, that she's in that soul alignment. And then we call forth Athena. We call forth Artemis. We call forth Lady Venus. We call forth the Black Madonna and all others of this Mother God, of this connection to divine love energy. Actually feeling like a pull in my chest. It's connected. So unhooking us from anything that keeps us from divine love energy. That's what it was. Well, that feels good. I hope you feel it too. Now we're bringing in the Christ light for purifying, joyful energy. Bringing in the Christ light. These two things always go together, and that's what the causal chakra is about. And so this is really a deep causal chakra clearing. Releasing any resistance to Father God, to the authority. The authority that we were clearing before is very present in this. So releasing that. We're going to use our discernment. So that we can see divine male energy where it exists and not confuse it with toxic male energy. And that felt really deep. Now bringing in the 7th dimensional Atlantean dolphins. They want me to pull some cards from my oldest and most favorite deck. The Magical Mermaids and Dolphins, of course out of print since the maker is no longer spiritual, but these cards are deeply imprinted from source. I love them to bring forward mermaids and dolphins. I say we'll pick 3 cards. Alchemy, empowerment, helpful person. Okay, so alchemy, you have a Midas touch right now, and every project you begin turns to gold. They remind me of this beautiful affirmation to say, I have the Midas touch. Everything I touch turns to gold. It's a very abundant and beautiful affirmation. And they say I can give you this Midas touch. And of course this Midas touch is all in the highest light and not like the story a story which is to bring shame for wanting, right? It's more shame we're programmed for. It's okay to want to be abundant. It is. While we have to play with this slavery money, while we're still attached to it, unfortunately, we can also ascend it for ourselves. So bringing in full abundance, as is our birthright, with the Midas touch. All right, here's King Midas. He's actually a person, a being. He must be of the light if I'm bringing him in. Since I only work with beings of the light, let's see what he has to say. For now is the time to walk strongly and bravely forward, and know that you are watched by all of us light beings. And that is in the greatest sense that we bring only joy and help to you in every turn. No, that does not mean that you will have a perfect life starting now, for you still signed up for certain soul agreements and you are still human. However, we are here to transform any situation. What it takes is your belief. What it takes is for you to open your mind, step out of the box of limitations, and begin anew. And I give you a healing for this as well. Great. Now you have empowerment. You're more powerful than you realize. It's safe for you to be powerful. Bringing that forward. Releasing any resistance to being powerful, stepping into the strongest, highest self. We did that before, but obviously we need to add empowerment to that. We are empowered. Anything that we wish, we can bring forward. Helpful person. This is a message that someone can come forward to help you. If you need help in an area, then you can make an intention. The perfect person comes forward to help me with blank. Whatever it is. My website, buying a new car, doing something difficult in these difficult times, whatever it is. You can just say, it will just happen. The most perfect thing will happen. The most perfect person comes forward and offers their services to me. I've done that many times. It's always worked. All right, now, clearing in connection to the great crystal of Atlantis, an amethyst crystal skull of great importance, plus a message. All right. Hold on to your hats. Here we go. Connection to this great crystal. Every step in Atlantis was for the greatest good. Every step in this 3D earth is for the greatest good. It is all an experience to be had. It is all to bring great change in the universe. You are part of that change. I connect to you now, and you may tap into the power that is held within me for help in any situation. All you have to do is ask. Okay, this is Rachel. That was good. That feels so good. Now, connection to the Rose of Avalon beyond the veil in Atlantis. This is what I was talking about. Our Lady, Temple of Isis. Connection to the Rose of Avalon. That's connection to Our Lady. You are already connected. However, here's an attunement so that you can connect deeper and receive messages easier. There you go. That was all that was needed. And if you were already connected, you are now deeper connected. We bring in the 9th dimensional Lemurian healing from the Lemurian celestial teachers. They wanted to join this Atlantis healing, for they are also related to Atlantis. These celestial teachers help us greatly. They want to bring this healing in. Now they're bringing this wave of Mahatma energy down into your auric field. And I see it working its way through any blocks or any spots that are resisting this higher dimensional healing, this 9th dimensional healing. And it is complete. That was nice. That felt good. All right, I'm going to pause while I look for anything else that we should do here. Okay, they'd like me to use some of my sound healing equipment, so here's a warning that it might get loud. The shaker, shaking away any stuck emotions or any loose emotions that need to be released now, or anything in the auric field that we have released but may not have fallen completely away. So give that intention that you wish to shake off any loose emotions that you're done with, or any loose anything that we removed or things are ready to go out of your auric field. We now shake them off. Okay. Healing forks of 432 and 528. I read them backwards, which was one of the numbers that we attuned to earlier. Okay, now we ask them to come forward and tell us what it is that we need to know going forward. The great Merlin is here. So I have a feeling he's going to say the same thing that Midas said. Let's see. It is with great purpose that you now walk forward. It is with great knowledge that you have received and will continue to download from this healing for the next 7 days. And with this and the great discernment you have, you will be able to bravely do what is needed to release the old and step into the new, to release habits that are keeping you from this ascension process. One is overworking. One is shame and self-destructive feelings are now released. Your homework. This one wants me to give you homework. Then what I suggest is, when these feelings of shame, fear, anxiety, what you've said and done, what you haven't said and done, come forward, that you ask for clarity on what you should do next and release them knowing that they are only the third dimensional matrix programming, and that you are nothing but light and love and connected to source and every light being, and that we are one. Thank you, Merlin. Okay, so if you get these thoughts again, when they come up again, look at them from a higher perspective and say, this is 3D programming, and release it. If you feel like you just can't stop it, then I would suggest you listen to this again. And if you feel you need a deeper healing from this, if this has helped, but you feel it needs something deeper, or you feel like you have to come back to it too often, then I would suggest a private session, so we can work on exactly your issue. This is a group healing, and it will fix many individual problems within the whole that are related, but of course it's not going to fix everything. So if you need help, let me know. And I guess that's it. I hope that you enjoyed this. I hope that you're feeling good. I'd love to hear your feedback, either in the comments or an email. Let me know. Oh, they say you can't go without a mermaid. Pull one more. Blessed change. A major life change brings you great blessings. I send you with the 5, the number 5. Blessed change. It's come up for me over and over again last few days, and it's coming up for you as well. A great change is here for us, and it's time that we step into it. These things that need to be released, because they do. They need to be released from our energy field. They need to be released so that we can release the programming. And a lot of this Atlantis past life, even if you've had your Atlantis past life cleared before, but there's just all this that needs a little more clearing. So I know this will help you going forward. And the more people that do it, the more it helps. So for you and your loved ones, I hope you see a great difference. I know these kind of clearings for people have helped a lot with, especially you'll see the difference with any kind of water fear if you had that before. So thank you so much. And one last clearing before we go. Yeah, they're asking me to do just a little more of the water fear clearing of Atlantis. A little deeper. And the dolphins come forward as well. I thought we were done. Dolphins. They remind me it wasn't quite done, or I don't remember doing it. 7D Atlantean dolphin healing. It is done. Now I ask, is it all done? Is there anything else I can add to this healing? No, they're saying that's it. Okay. And the full healing was about 1 hour and 10 minutes, and you received all of it, whether it was recording or not. It's all embedded into the recording. Thank you so much, and have a beautiful day. And I'd love to hear your comments below. As I'm taking pictures, I'd like to tell you that the buffalo card is prayer and abundance, and it talks about the white buffalo calf woman. And I did see her come forward when I saw the buffalo, and so I see her coming forward now. She's offering a prayer of abundance over you. Hi, soju tsina kodui haha. Hi, atotu siya no motukutisa. Hi, nani otu siya tachukotkaranenato. And I have put below the meaning from the medicine cards from the book. And now we'll do the armadillo. The armadillo is all about boundaries and protecting your space. So this is just a reminder that you're going to use your discernment, and you'll know what needs a boundary and what doesn't, what's good and what's bad. Just all to do with this. So a blessing from an armadillo as well to help you with this. As a singer, that was hard because it's like purposely out of tune from my head to what he was coming out with. Okay, that's the end for real now. Bye. Thank you for watching. I'm Rachel Chamness at soundwavesheal.com. I love to help lightworkers trans-channel messages, light, and healing in higher dimensions. If you haven't already, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and follow on social media, and consider checking out my Tag Lightworkers monthly mentorship program.